Are we live? We're live, guys. I think we are live. Just give me 2 seconds, guys, just so I can get set up. Oh. Hello, Camille, you're the first to join. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, guys. Let me know. Can you hear me? Yeah. We're gonna be starting, guys, in just about 10 minutes because I'm just having to charge my device. Let me know, guys. Can you hear me? Yeah. He was in the chat, guys. Hello, Jade. Welcome. Guys, let me know. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Hello. Is it hi, Harris? Sorry. Hello, Harris. Welcome, my friend. Oh, sorry. Hello, my friend. Hello, Harris. How are you doing? Let me know. Can you hear me, buddy? Let me know. Do I use voice changer? No, I don't. Honestly, this is my voice, guys. Honestly, the amount of times people have asked me that, I promise you I don't like. And I've got no idea how to actually prove it, but yeah, I really don't use like a voice change. I've got quite like, not like a masculine, yeah, it's like a masculine voice, but yeah, I've got quite a deep voice, guys. But like, I don't know yet. We're gonna make a start in a moment. Bro, your voice is so deep. It is quite deep, okay. I mean, I don't think it's like that deep, is it? I'm not sure. But yeah, guys, I'm going to be starting just about 10 minutes, guys. Yeah, I'm just going to set up. I'm just going to charge my device here for like 5 minutes, and then we'll make a start. Yeah, once it's what time is it now? Yeah, we'll make a start at 20 past, guys. But guys, let me know how's everyone's Easter been. And guys, if you're new here, make sure you tap the screen, guys. Okay. And let's start this live here on 1K. Wow, I've got 4 in here, that's not bad. Hello, Freaky, welcome, my friend. Wow, we've now got 7. It's going to be quite a busy one tonight, I'm guessing. But guys, I'm going to give it roughly 5 to 10 minutes and then we'll make a start. Okay, for those of you that are actually waiting, just try and jump. Oh, you're not that question. Okay. We will jump to a question like this. Okay. Let's put this to the side. Hello guys, welcome if you're new here. Welcome guys. Let me know, can you hear me? Is everything clear? Just give me 30 seconds, guys, so I can just charge my... We'll make a start, guys, here in literally about 5 minutes, okay? Just give me a chance here, just like charge my device, charge my laptop here whilst I'm here. Okay, so it doesn't actually die out. But yeah, I'm going to be looking here, just some random exam style questions this evening, okay, from Pixel Maths, okay? Hello, CS, welcome, my friend. Hello, Emily, welcome. Hopefully you can see that, guys. Hello, you are welcome. Guys, welcome if you're in here. Okay, thank you for obviously joining me this evening. But yeah, let's tap the screen, guys, and share the live out. Okay, and get as many of us in as we can. Hello, Rihan. Rihanna. Hello, Luca. Welcome, my friend. Good evening, guys. I hope everyone's having a good Sunday and happy Easter to everyone here that's obviously celebrating. But yeah, we're going to make a start in just literally 2 minutes, guys. Thank you, Zed. STRZX for liking. Thank you, CS, for liking. Guys, can we get to 1k likes here before we start? We're going to be starting in just literally 2 minutes. Right, guys, hello, Aman, welcome, Amen. Right, guys, we shall make a start. Okay, so let me just plug in my device back again so we don't run out of battery. Okay, so this is going to be one of our first questions. Okay, so this is quite a long booklet. Okay, obviously we're not going to cover everything in this. Let me just make sure I've got my. Oh, 1 second, guys. Sorry. Well, for some reason I can't actually write on this. Let me see if that actually changes it. So this is gonna be higher tier actually. 1 second, guys. Guys, I can't get my pen is not actually working. Well, it is working, but it's saying it might be that I can't work on this book possibly. It might be guys that I can't work on this booklet, but try look for. Hopefully, this one should work as a starter. Still going to be the same issue. Okay, so this one I can do it. Okay, even though this can be a bit easier. We're gonna start with some like basic ones, guys, and then we're gonna obviously increase the difficulty. Okay, as we go through. So, the format's gonna be, guys, is we'll each question as we go along. Okay, give you some time here to obviously have a go at the questions. Okay, so bring obviously a pencil and paper. You can obviously make some notes. Okay, yeah, we'll make a start, guys. Yes, sorry about the little delay at the start. Okay, so yes, this is obviously getting aiming for grade 3, guys. Yeah, but this is obviously the crossover topics of higher and foundations. Okay, so I want to try and obviously cater to all. I mean, I want to try and do the grade 7 actually topics, but for some reason, so pen is not actually working. But we'll give it a go later again. So question number 1. Calculate the highest common factor of 36 and 24. Okay, again, there are quite a few methods to actually solve this. Okay, so let's decompose each number separately. So 36 can be written as 6 times 6. Okay, then 6 can be decomposed into 2 and 3. Because 2 times 3 makes 6, and 2 times 3 makes 6 again. Okay, so I'm obviously going to circle them as you see they're going to be our prime numbers. Okay. So 36 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. What about 24, guys? Well, 24 will decompose into 2 and 12. Okay, circle the 2 because that's prime. 12 can decompose into 4 and 3 or 3 and 4. Okay, lock off 3 because that's going to be prime. And then 4 will decompose into 2 and 2. Okay, locking it off here because you see they're prime numbers. Remember, a prime number has explicitly 2 factors. Okay, 1 in itself. Okay, 1 is not a prime number. Okay, so that's a really common mistake here that my students obviously make year in, year out. So 1 is not a prime number because it has explicitly 1 factor. A prime number has to have explicitly 2 factors, 1 in itself not being 1. Okay, so back to the question, guys. So HCF of 36 and 24. So numbers that appear in both lists. We got 2 and a 2, got another 2 and another 2. Got a 3 and a 3. Okay, so we're going to have 2 times 2 times 3. Okay, when we do this, guys, we're going to get the answer of 12. Okay, so so HCF of 36 and 24 is going to be 12. Okay, well done, my friend. Yep, spot on. Well done, user. Yep. Okay, or the person without the black background. Okay, spot on. Okay, question number 2, guys. Calculate the size of the missing angle X. Okay, so we've got a little angle problem here. So I'll give you just 10 seconds here to obviously screenshot the bits. Okay, and then I'm going to obviously delete it and I'm going to move on. Okay, so question number 2, guys. Okay, someone's already an answer in the chat. Let's just confirm that. So we know that angles around a point I'd make 360. Remember, this angle means 90. Okay, so that's the mathematical notation for a right angle, which is equal to 90. So we're going to have x plus 90 plus 120 is equal to 360. Okay. I'm going to rearrange this to make x the subject. So I'm going to take 120 on both sides. Obviously take away 90. Or take away 210. Okay, spot on. When we do this, we get the answer to be 150 degrees. Okay, so x is equal to 150 degrees because angles around a point add to make 360 degrees. Okay, so that's the answer for that question. Okay, so it's 150, guys. Okay, so again, that is quite a classic foundation tier question. Okay, but can also be at the start of higher tier. Okay, these are the crossover topics. Question number 3. Divide 72 pounds in the ratio 4 to 5. So this is sharing a given ratio. So step 1 is we are going to add our ratio parts. It's going to have 4 plus 5, guys. So 4 plus 5 makes 9. So I've got 9 pots in total. Okay. Then I'm going to take the amount, which is going to be 72, and then I'm going to divide that by 9. So 72 pounds divided by 9 is going to equal to £8. So £8 is equal to 1 pot. Okay, well done, yep, spot on, my friend. So £8 is equal to 1 pot. Okay. So to work out 4 pots and 5 pots, I'm going to multiply 8 by 4, obviously 8 by 5 here, respectively. Okay, sorry, I'm just deleting this here. Sorry if I'm being a bit slow for a sec. So yeah, okay, spot on. Yep, well done, my friend. Yep, so answer so far. So to work out 4 pots, I'm going to do £8 multiplied by 4 to £8 multiplied by 5. Okay, so 8 times 4 makes £32, and then 8 times 5 makes £40, and that, guys, is going to be our answer to question number 3. A little check here to confirm the answer is correct. If you add these two numbers, it should and it will give you the original amount. So 32 plus 40 to 72. Okay, so my answer is indeed correct. Okay, well done, yep, spot on. Well done, yep, well done, guys, in the chat. Okay, spot on, you are correct. Good job, okay. Well done, guys, yeah, good work so far, okay. So yeah, so again, that is a classic question, okay. And again, question 3 can appear on the crossover topics higher and foundation, okay. Asking question 1, asking question 2, okay. So these are the crossover topics of higher and foundation, okay. If the grade 7 PowerPoint actually works later, then we'll obviously try some harder questions, or I'll try to like make up some questions for harder or for the higher students, okay. So that's question 1 to 3. Okay, what about question 4, guys? We have to solve this linear equation. Okay, so this 2-step equation again, a classic. Okay, especially on like the non-calculator paper. Okay, so solve 3n plus 4 equals 19. Okay, so step 1, I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides. Okay, to balance each side respectively. So we have 3n. It's quite big, is equal to 15. Okay, well then, yep, spot on, my friend, yep. So minus 4, yep, on both sides. Okay, so subtract 4 on both sides. And then I don't want 3n, I just want 1n, or just n. So remember, 3n means 3 times n. So I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides. Okay, dividing by 3, divided by 3. Okay, when we do this, we get that n is equal to 5, and that, guys, is our final answer. Okay, so just as you recap, guys, so our job is to isolate the letter by itself by rearranging it. I do the opposite of adding 4 first. Okay, so Lady B, welcome. Okay, on both sides. Okay, so remember, obviously, when obviously you solve equations, you work on working on both sides. Okay, I then divided by 3, and I got the answer to be n equals 5. Okay, again, these are grade 4 questions. Okay, so each one of these is grade 4 questions. So it appears at the start of higher foundation. That's the first 4 questions done. Okay, so give it a screenshot, guys. Anyone that's unsure. So answer to 1 is going to be 12. Answer to 2 is 150 degrees. Answer to 3 is going to be £32 to £40. Okay, let me just write that on there real quick. Okay, the answer to question 4 got n equals 5. Okay, hello Sarah, welcome Sarah. Hello. So yeah, that's our answer. Question 1 to 4. Okay, thank you for liking it. Thank you for liking. I'm not sure what your emoji is here because it's just like a black screen. So I'll call you no emoji. Okay, so the person that is actually answering, I'm gonna call you like no emoji because you got no picture. Okay. Question number 2. Sorry, not question number 2. The second partner. Okay, second slide. Okay. Well then, okay, thank you for liking. Guys, keep tapping. Thank you, CS, for liking. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for liking. Okay, keep tapping, guys. And keep sharing the live out if you can. Okay, let's try if we can and try and get 10 to 20 people in here. So keep tapping and keep liking, keep sharing. Okay, give me a follow, guys. If you're new around here, okay, and help me reach 10k followers. Okay, that's my target. Okay, so give us a follow, guys, if you can. Okay, obviously, really help me out. Question 1. Okay, so complete the table of values. Sketch the graph of y equals 2x minus 1. So I'm going to substitute each value of x, work out a corresponding value of y. Okay, so in the chat, so give you a chance to actually give it a go. So in the chat, when x equals 0, what's the value of y when y equals 2x minus 1, okay? So when x is 0, what's the value of y, please? Okay. Hello, Star, welcome. Guys, if you can, please press that follow button, okay? Yep. Okay, so someone's got an answer, yep, spot on. Okay, is actually minus 1. Because when x is 0, 2 times 0 is going to be 0. Subtract 1, I get minus 1, okay? Spot on. When x equals 1, 2 times 1 is 2, minus 1 makes 1. When x is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, minus 1, I get 3. There's a little pattern here. Yep, well done, my friend. Yep, spot on. Yep. Okay, so it's going up each time. What about when x is minus 1, guys? And when x is minus 2? Okay, when x is minus 1, okay, drop in the chat, guys. What is the value of y when x equals minus 1 or negative 1? Hello, Nate, welcome. Okay, yep, well done, my friend. Yep, well done. No emoji. So minus 3 is correct. We get that by doing 2 times minus 1 is minus 2, and then we take away 1 and we get minus 3 or negative 3. Okay, when x is minus 2, guys, last one. Okay, when x is negative 2 or minus 2, what's the value of y? Hello, Jamal, welcome, my friend. Okay, spot on, yep, minus 5k or negative 5, because 2 times minus 2 makes minus 4, take away that 1, and we get minus 5, okay? Here, I'm going to do like a rough sketch, okay? It's not going to be perfect. Obviously, in the exam, obviously going to give you some, lined paper or paper, okay? So let's do it as like a rough sketch, okay? Hello, Phoenix, welcome. Okay, so when x is minus 2, well, can be minus 5, okay, so somewhere down here, okay, minus 1, minus 3, 0, minus 1, okay, 1, 1, and then 2, 3. Again, I haven't actually drawn this yet, actually to scale, so with like a pencil and a ruler, guys, that will obviously be your answer, okay? So that is the equation of the straight line y equals 2x minus 1, okay? Now, just some bonus questions here on this particular topic. If I said to you that the equation is y equals 2x minus 1, Okay, same equation. What's the gradient of that line? So what's the gradient of the line y equals 2x minus 1? Okay, so drop it in the chat, please. What would the gradient be? Okay, so give you just 30 seconds. Okay, yep. So someone's put an answer down. Okay, so someone said 2. Okay, yep, so that is correct. Oh, sorry, guys. So yeah, so remember the gradient is the coefficient of x. Okay, and what would the coordinates, the y-intercept be? Okay, of this straight line, y equals 2x minus 1. Hello, Alian, welcome. Okay, spot on, yep. To minus 1. Okay. Right. Okay, so yeah, well done guys, okay, spot on. Okay. Hello, welcome sir, welcome, hello, British Super Tutor, welcome my friend, hello. Hope you're well. Okay. Then just as one other question, if I would say to you that a line is parallel, okay, to y equals 2x minus 1, what does the word parallel mean in maths? Okay, so drop in the chat, guys. Okay, those of you that are here. Okay, what does, or what's a key property about parallel lines? Okay, please. So what's a key property about parallel lines? So parallel lines have the same. Okay, yep, they're spot on, yep. So they don't meet, okay, that's fine. But what about based mathematically? Okay, it begins with P, so the two lines are I think I've given it off here. So the two lines would be parallel, okay? So that's the word here. So same gradient means, they're actually going to be parallel, okay? So for example, y equals, 2x plus 5 is obviously going to be parallel to y equals 2x minus 1. Okay, so parallel lines are lines, that have the same gradient. Hello, Lewis. Welcome, my friend. Hello. Okay, so, that's question 1. Okay, done now. Question number 2. Describe fully the transformation, a single transformation here, which maps the blue shape onto the red shape. So in the chat, guys, can you put down the answer to this question? Okay, so what is the transformation here that obviously maps this blue shape to this red shape? Okay, that is an answer, okay, but that actually works here. So you can actually say, it's no, careful. It is not a reflection because it would have to look like this, if it's a reflection, okay? Because, nice try, okay? That was a good try, okay? It's not a reflection, but it is a trans. Anyone know? So it's actually a translation, okay, of 1, 2, 3, 4 units, okay. So translation, okay, vector minus 4, 0, okay. So does that make sense, guys? Are we happy with that? Sorry about my handwriting. So translation with vector -4, 0 minus 4, 0. Okay. Hello, Kiki Williams. Welcome. Yeah, thank you for being here. That makes sense, guys. Are there any questions? Question number 3, guys. Okay, so what are the following fractions from the smallest to the largest? Okay, so the key here is to write them here with like a common denominator. So the lowest common multiple between 3, 4, 5, and 7 is not very obvious. Okay. I mean, decimals would also actually work here. So decimals actually also work here. Yeah, so decimals would obviously also work. Okay. So it's a bit more trickier. Okay. So if we try and put it, okay. Thank you, Max, Max, sorry, for the follow. Okay, guys, if you're new around here, please, you guys, give us a follow if you can. Okay, so I'm gonna convert it, okay, into a fraction with like a common denominator. Okay, so I'm gonna change first 3 to make it out of 60. Okay, and I'm gonna come back to the last one here in a second. Okay, so times top and bottom by 20, so I have 20/60ths. This first one should become 20. Sorry, should become 15/60ths, and then times the bottom by 12 times the top by 12, so I have 24. Okay, and this doesn't go into 60 fully. Okay, but I'm gonna have like a rough guess. So it goes in 8 times fully with like a remainder of 4. Okay, and if I times this by 3, okay, like a roughly, okay, so it's gonna be what? It's gonna be 67ths times it by 3. That's gonna be 187ths. Okay, this is not gonna be quite a nice number. Okay, basically, yeah, so you would obviously times this by 8 point something. 8 and 4 sevenths. So that would actually be 12 sevenths, which is going to be 1 and 5 sevenths, and then plus 24. Okay, so what's that going to be? That's going to be 25 and 5 sevenths. Okay, and again, sorry that I've picked quite like an awkward number there, but it's like like a rough one. Okay, so now you're obviously comparing it. So smallest to largest, so it's going to be 1/4, then 1/3, and 2/5, and then 3/7. Okay. That's the answer to question number 3. Okay. Again, I know I did not actually pick the the nice number here for this last part. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. But yeah, that's question 1 to 3 done, guys. Okay. Again, obviously, yeah, take a screenshot if you need to take a screenshot as we're going to move on. Okay. Are there any questions, guys? Are there any questions? But yeah, decimals would also work, yes. Thank you, thank you, CS. Yeah, thank you, CS, for liking. Okay, let's move on, guys. Okay. Okay, next part. So simplify x cubed by x to the power of 5. So this is using our laws of indices. Okay, so drop in the chat, guys. What's the answer to question 1, please? Okay. So tap, guys, yeah, tap the screen, guys, yeah, and obviously share the live out. Okay, thank you, CS, for liking. You've liked a lot, my friend. Thank you for liking. Hello, Motive. Welcome, my friend. And we'll get an answer for this first one. So when I multiply, guys, here with the same base, I'm going to add the powers. So that's going to be x to the power of 3 plus 5, which makes 8. Okay, next one. Find the nth term of this sequence, 3, 7, 11, 15. Okay, let's double check. So someone's put an answer here. Let's double check. So step 1 is work out a common difference. Okay, so work out how much goes up or down in. From 3 to 7, we're going to add 4. From 7 to 11, we're going to add 4. And from 11 to 15, we're going to add 4. So this is going to be a sequence in the 4 times table. So it's going to be in the form 4m. Okay, next part, guys. Okay, so second part of our nth term, guys, is how do we go from the common difference to the first term? In this case, how do we go from 4 to 3? Well, we obviously are going to subtract 1. So our answer is 4n minus 1. And that, guys, is the nth term of my linear sequence, or an arithmetic sequence. Okay, so does that make sense? Any questions? Okay, I'll take it as a yes. Okay, question 3, I can't do it properly because I haven't got a protractor. Okay, but it says Mike asked 60 students to name their favourite fruit. Here are his results. Draw an accurate pie chart for his results. Okay, so the key here is we're going to add up here, work out our total frequency. So 18 plus 10 makes 28, plus 9 makes 37, plus 20 here, that's going to make 60. So to work out the angle of each part, okay, we're going to obviously take our frequency, divide it by the total frequency, and we're going to multiply that by 360, okay? The angles around a circle, angles around a point, to make 360 degrees. Okay, this is going to be like a non-calc here, so I'll come back to that. It's going to be 23/60ths times by 360. Okay, next one's going to be 9/60 or 9/60ths times by 360. And then lastly, we're going to have 10/60ths times by 360. Okay, so let's work out each one, okay, step by step, okay, without using our calculator, okay. So hopefully you're happy that if I have 18/60ths and I'm timesing that by 360, okay, I've got two options, okay. I can simplify this fraction first here to obviously make it easier. So I'm going to have 9/30ths, okay, divide top and bottom by 2, and I'm going to divide top and bottom by 3, just to make it a bit easier. So we're going to have 3/10. So I'm going to have 3/10 of 360. Well, 360 divided by 10 makes 36, and then times it by 3, that'll give you 108 degrees, okay? So 36 times 3, you get 108. That's the answer for this first one, okay? What about this next one, guys? Okay, so 23/60ths, okay, by 360. Okay, here, I can't actually simplify it because, it's actually a prime number and there are actually no common factors, okay? But what I can do is I've got 360 divided by 60, so that's going to make it 6. So I'm going to do 6 lots of 23, so 6 times 23. So 3 6s make 18, so 8 carry the 1, guys. 2 times 6 makes 12, plus that 1 makes 13. So we're going to have 138 as our answer. The second one, okay, this next one, okay, we're going to have 9/60ths. Well, that's actually going to be half of this, so that's going to be 54 degrees, because 9 is half of 18, half of, 108, 54. And then lastly, 10/60ths times 360, well, that's equal to 1/6. 1/6 of 360 makes 60 degrees, okay? So 360 divided by 60 makes 6, and times it by 10, we get 60, okay? Does that make sense, guys? Okay, I haven't really covered, this topic here on my channel, only because, I haven't actually got, like a protractor, okay, that's the key property of that, okay? Obviously, when I come to actually draw it, you'll obviously, give you like a circle, okay? Then you would obviously use your protractor, okay, which obviously looks like this, okay? Oops. Art skills, guys, grade A right now, grade 8. Anyone out there? Okay, that was actually a joke, it's probably one of the worst art I can do. Use your protractor, obviously measure each angle separately. That is the answer for question number 3. Okay, hello Addy, welcome my friend, welcome. Guys, if you're new here, please obviously drop us a follow. Okay, I'm trying to get to 10k followers. Okay, so drop us a follow if you can, guys. Hello Matt, welcome my friend. Thank you, sis, for actually reposting, guys. Guys, can we tap the screen, guys, and obviously share it out here if we can, okay? Let's try and get more people in here, guys, okay? Currently, there is only 3 of us, which is not bad. But yeah, can we tap the screen, guys? Yeah, obviously share the live out. Hello, Swan emoji, welcome. Okay, next question. So, we've got some, 4 questions, okay? So, I'll give you a minute to try the first one, and we'll talk about it. And if you want to, obviously try the next few, okay, that's also fine. But yeah, question number 1. Calculate the size of the missing angle X. You must give a reason for your answer, okay? So this is, angles in parallel lines. Okay, and it's using one of our laws, okay? So we got parallel lines. Okay, so drop in the chat, guys. What is the value of X? Okay, so what's the value of X, please, in the chat? Hello, user. Welcome, my friend. Hello, M underscore. Hello, TM. Welcome, my friend. So X is going to equal to 40 degrees. Okay, so well done, if you got that, guys, in the chat. Well done, okay, yep, spot on. So X is 40 degrees, okay, because these are what are called corresponding angles. So corresponding angles, okay, are equal, okay. So yeah, that is going to be a key property. So corresponding angles, okay, corresponding angles, are obviously going to be equal, okay. So it has this kind of like F shape, okay, yeah. So you got, like a little like backwards F, okay, think of it like that. Got an F shape. Okay, question number 2. Okay, so expanding single brackets. So expand x brackets x plus 2. So we do x times x, guys. That will give us x squared. Okay, not 2x. It's x squared. Then x times plus 2. X plus 2. X. Okay, so anyone in the chat, well done, if you got that. Okay, so expanding, x brackets x plus 2. Yeah, x squared plus 2x. Okay. Any questions, guys? Are there any questions? Let me know. Okay, question number 3. So as to solve this equation here involving brackets, to solve 3 brackets x plus 4 equals 27. The step 1 here is going to be to obviously expand the brackets. So 3 times x makes 3x, and then 3 times plus 4 makes plus 12, okay, or positive 12. You have 3x plus 12 is equal to 27. Now I'm going to take 12 from both sides. Okay? So minus 12 minus 12. So we have 3x equal to 15. I don't want 3x, I just want x. So I'm going to divide both sides of my equation by 3. So we have x equals 15 divided by 3, which is 5. So x equals 5. That, guys, is our final answer. Okay, so if you got that, guys, well done. Okay, again, that is probably going to be worth up to 3 marks here on the exam paper. Yeah, does that make sense, guys? Are there any questions? Okay, well, what about question 4, guys? Okay, so yeah, I'll give you a minute or two to try question 4, and then we'll talk about it. Question 4 says, the probability that a biased dice will land on a 5 is 0.3. Megan is going to roll the dice 400 times. Work out an estimate for the number of times the dice will land on 5. Okay, so yeah, drop in the chat, guys. What is the answer to question 4 going to be? So anyone got an answer, guys, for question 4? Let me know. Thank you, CS, for liking. Okay, so answer to question 4, guys. So the probability that a biased dice will land on a 5 is 0.3. Again, it's going to roll this dice, okay, 400 times. Okay, so when we do this, guys, okay, so it's asking how many times are we gonna expect, okay, to land on a 5. Okay, so it's going to be 0.3 times by 400. Okay, now one way to obviously work this out, think of it as 3/10 times 400. Okay, which give you 120. So we expect it will land on the 5 120 times. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Are there any questions? Does that make sense? Hello ZX, welcome. No worries, okay, no worries. Yeah, thank you for that. No worries. Okay, cool. Right, next one. Okay, so question 1. Okay, so drop in the chat, guys. Calculate 10 minus 2 times 5. Okay. Thank you, ZX, for liking it. Thank you for liking. And thank you for the follow. Guys, if you're new, guys, yeah, drop us a follow, please, guys. Yeah, my target is try and get 10k, okay, as soon as possible. Okay, I've been saying it here for months. Yeah, please, guys, yeah, if you can help me get 10k, okay, I need 6,000 followers ish. So yeah, drop us a follow if you can. Okay, so someone's got an answer. Okay, let's double check here. So here we have to actually use bid mass. Okay, so we do the timesing before the subtraction. So we do 2 times 5, which is 10. So you have 10 minus 10, 10 subtract 10, 10 take away 10. We get 0, okay? So a really common answer would actually be 40. So they'll do 10 minus 2, which is 8, and then times it by 5, which is 40. That is not correct, okay? So remember, mass or mass or PEMDAS, okay? Remember your order of operations, okay? Do the multiplication here before the subtraction, okay? So yeah, multiply first for the subtraction, okay? I can try and do second times, yeah, at some point, yes. Okay, I'll try my best, yes. Okay, question number 2, guys. Work out the value of 3x plus y when x equals 2 and y equals 5. So drop in the chat, guys, what's the answer to question 2? So this topic here is called substitution, okay? Okay, someone's got an answer. Okay, let's double check. Okay, so 3x plus y means 3 times by x and then we add y. Now we are given value for x and y, so to work out the value of this, okay, we replace x with 2 and y with 5, okay? So I'm trying to evaluate this expression, okay, so I'm going to do 3 times 2 and I'm going to add 5. So 3 lots of 2 makes 6. So you're going to have 6 plus 5, which is 11, okay? So the value of 3x plus y, when x equals 2 and y equals 5, means, I get the answer to be 11, okay? Does that make sense, guys? Are we happy with that? Any questions? Okay. Question 3, guys. So calculate the area of this triangle. So in the chat, guys, okay, or if you want to work it out, how do I work out the area of this right angled triangle? So to work out the area, guys, okay, it's going to be base times height divided by 2. Okay, so I'm going to do 5 times 3, and I'm going to divide all that by 2. Okay? So the formula here, guys, for the area of a right angle triangle is base times perpendicular height. We divide it by 2. Okay, so does that make sense, guys? So 5 times 3 makes 15, and then divide it by 2, get 7.5 or 7.5, okay? And then the units would obviously be, centimeters squared, okay? Because that's going to be the units for area. So if you got that, guys, well done. Okay, so it's base times perpendicular height, okay? So not this height here, perpendicular height, okay? And then divide that by 2, okay? So awesome, more than ZX. Spot on, okay? 5 seconds here, that's obviously a screenshot, guys, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're just going to move on now. Okay, so now we can use our calculators. Okay, it's on the bottom right screen. Okay, so question 1. Okay, I'll give you like a few minutes here to see work it out. Obviously grab your calculator, work out the square root of 44.89. Okay, you must give your answer as a decimal. Okay, so this is going to be our calculator skills. Okay. Hello, Charlie. Welcome. Welcome back, Motive. So anyone got an answer, guys? The square root of 44.89. Okay. So I'll give you just one more minute here to see work it out, and then I'm going to talk about it. Okay, so someone's got an answer. Let's just double check it. Let's just put down a few more answers. Hello, GCSE, welcome. Okay, so Let's work it out together, okay? So on our calculator, guys, we obviously press the square root symbol. Then, yeah, we obviously type in 44.89. Let me just do it, yeah, super quickly. Okay, and let's see what we get. So square root of 44.89. Okay, we get the answer to be 6.7. Okay, so if you got that, yeah, well done. So the answer to question 1 is 6.7. Oh, so 1 second, guys. Oh, it's making me actually do this. There we go. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, question number 2. How much of each of the ingredients does John need to make 16 biscuits? Okay, so we are given the ingredients here for 8 biscuits. So, first step, how do I go from 8 to 16, guys? What do I multiply by? Okay, yep, spot on. Okay, yep, ZX, you are correct. Okay, so we're going to times it by 2. So, we are going to multiply each ingredient component by 2. So for 16 biscuits, we're going to need 240 grams of butter. Okay, right here, I'll write it just as, yeah, just to make it short. Okay, and we're also going to need double of 60, so that's going to be 120. Okay, that's the, or KS2 sugar, you could say. So CS, yeah, for caster sugar. Okay, and then lastly, how many grams of flour, guys? I'm not going to need this here, so put it in the chat. So how many grams of flour am I going to need? Okay, yep, you are correct. So double 180, we get 360 grams of flour. Okay. Grams of flour. Okay, spot on. Okay, well done. Okay, yep. So we multiply each ingredient component by 2. Okay, question number 3, guys, yeah, a bit more trickier. So solving an equation with unknowns on both sides. So solve 7n plus 3 equals 3n plus 27. So I'll give you 2 minutes, okay, to try question 3 and then drop your answer in the chat. Yes, you do, ZX, yep. So for number 2, yeah, you are always multiplying, yeah, by what we call, yeah, a scale factor, okay? Obviously, if it says for 4 biscuits, then obviously half it. If it's 2 biscuits, yeah, divide it by 4. If it's if it's like an awkward number, then work out the amount for 1 biscuit and then times it by that. Okay, so if you wanted, I don't know, yeah, 7 biscuits, divide each component by each to work out the amount for 1 biscuit, and then times it by 7. Okay, thank you, Nat, for sharing it. Thank you, ZX, for sharing. Guys, can we try and get more people here in this live if possible? Thank you, CS, for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Hello, Neymar. Neymar Jr. is the GOAT. Welcome, my friend. Okay, so question 3 here is a bit more trickier. Okay, a bit more trickier. So we're solving an equation with unknowns on both sides. Okay, so step 1, guys, to try and get all my letters on one side, okay, and all my non-letters on the side, okay. So step 1, I'm going to subtract 3n on both sides, okay, because I want to try and get all my n's on one side. Okay, so 7n minus 3n makes 4n. So you have 4n plus 3 equals 27. Okay, now I want to make n the subject. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 3 on both sides. Okay, so take away 3 on both sides. We have 4n is equal to 24. Okay, 27 minus 3 makes 24. I don't want 4n, I just want n. So in the chat, guys, what is the value of n going to be? Okay, so what's the value of n going to be, please? So I've got some answers here in the chat. Okay, so is it? No, it's not. Yes, so it's minus 3, my friend. Yes, minus 3, not minus 4, because 4n means 4 times n. Okay, so yep. Okay, someone's got an answer. Yep. So we're going to divide by 4 and divide by 4. 24 divided by 4, we're going to get 6. So n equals 6. That, guys, is our solution to the equation, question number 3. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Again, these questions here are crossover topics, higher and foundation. Okay, but does that make sense, guys? Okay, awesome. ZX, did I get it? Okay, awesome. Well done. Okay, I dash also gets it. Okay, good job. So this topic is solving, equations, particularly so solving linear equations, involving, unknowns on both sides. Okay, so solving equations with unknowns on both sides. Okay, so 10 seconds ago, to obviously screenshot any bits. Okay, so the answer to question 1, actually 6.7. Okay. The answer to question 2, obviously I've taken it off there, is 240, 120, and 360. And the answer to question 3 was n equals 6. Okay. Right, moving on, guys. Okay. So some harder questions. Okay. So question number 1, question number 2, and question number 3. Okay. So I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay. And I'm gonna go quiet for a second. So I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to try question 1, and then please drop your answer in the chat when you have an answer for question 1. And keep tapping, guys. Keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing, keep following. Okay, please, guys. I know I'm actually begging it, but please help me get to 10k followers. Okay, as soon as possible. Okay, so keep sharing this account round and help me reach 10,000 followers. Okay, by the end of May, by the end of June. Okay, so please, drop us a follow if you can. Okay. So I can get to 10,000 followers. Okay. Thank you, I, for the follow. Okay, ZX got an answer for question 1. Okay, we'll give you like another 30 seconds, and then hello KG, welcome. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining. Hello TM. Okay, anyone else got an answer for question 1? Okay, drop it in the chat if you want to. Okay, thank you for all the follows, guys. Okay. Keep sharing, keep following, guys, keep tapping. Okay. We've now got, nearly 10 people in here. Hello, Jace. Welcome. Okay, King's got an answer as well. Okay, let's double check. Okay, question number 1, guys. Haley is buying clothes Why did I say clothes? Sorry. Haley's buying bottles of juice, okay, for a children's party. She uses the rule to work out the number of bottles of juice she needs. So number of bottles is number of children divided by 4 and then plus 5. There'll be 24 children, okay, at the party. Work out the number of bottles of juices Haley needs, okay. So I'm going to replace this here with 24. The number of bottles is going to be 24 divided by 4, then we're going to add 5, okay? So again, you're obviously following bit maths. 24 divided by 4 makes 6, and then 6 plus 5 makes 11, okay? So well done, those of you that got 11. So 11 is the answer to question 1. Question number 2, guys, calculate the volume of the cube, okay? Now, first question, okay, what's a special property about a cube, guys, okay? So what's a special property about a cube? Hello, Lola, welcome, my friend. Hello. So what is a special property about a cube, guys? Welcome, guys, welcome. Okay, so King Ardawo, I think that's right, 56 got an answer. Okay, so ZX, yep, you are correct. Okay, so the key property of a cube is that the length, the width, and the depth, or the height, you could say, are equal. Okay, so that's going to equal 4 there. That's also going to equal 4. Okay, to work out the volume of any cube, length times width times height, or length times depth times base, okay, whatever it is. So you do 4 times 4 times 4, or 4 cubed, or 4 to the power of 3. Okay, 4 times 4 makes 16, and 16 times 4, we get 64, okay? And then what are my units, guys, for volume, please, okay? So what are my units for volume? 64, and then what? So 64 centimeters cubed, okay? So it's going to be cubed, okay? So 64 cm cubed, okay? Remember, volume is always units cubed, area is always units squared. Okay? Question number 3, guys, we're obviously adding fractions, okay? So calculate 2/5 plus 1/4. Okay, so how do I add fractions, guys? How do I add fractions? What's the key property, okay, or key rule when we add fractions? Here, drop it in the chat, please. Hello, Science. Hello, Miss Williams. Welcome. Hello. Hope you're well, Miss. Thank you for liking. Thank you for joining. So, how do I add fractions? Here, let me know in the chat. What do I do? Okay, spot on. Yep. So find the lowest common multiplier, or find the common denominator. That's usually done multiplying. Okay. Actually together. Okay, so 5 times 4 makes 20. Okay, and then I'm going to do 4 times 2 plus 5 times 1. So 4 times 2 makes 8. Then 5 times 1 makes 5. So you have 8 plus 5. So our answer, guys, is equal to 13 over 20, or 13/20. That, guys, is our final answer, okay? So the key component, guys, is to find what we call a common denominator, okay? That's usually found by multiplying the two numbers here on the bottom of the fraction together, okay? And that will give you a common denominator, okay? Not always lowest common multiple, okay? But it will give you a common denominator. And then from there, obviously cross multiply, okay, and obviously add your numerators and get your answer, okay? Are there any questions, guys? Are there any questions, okay? Or does that make sense? Thank you for the rose, miss. Hello, Mass Magic, welcome, my friend. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Okay, ZX says yes. I dash says I didn't get it. Okay, so when we add fractions, okay, we want to find a common denominator, okay? So common bottom number, okay? So got 2/5 plus 1/4, okay? So I'm going to change these fractions so I have a common number on the bottom of my fraction, okay? So I'm going to make them both out of 20, okay? Because 5 times 4 makes 20, okay? So times the top by 4, we get 8. Second fraction times top and bottom by 5. So 1 times 5 is 5. Now just going to add the numerators. So 8 plus 5 makes 13. So I have 13 out of 20. And that, guys, is my final answer, okay? So the key is to have what we call, a common denominator. Okay, that's usually done, made, multiplying the two bottom numbers together. Okay, and that, guys, is how we get our answer. Okay, does that make sense now? Any questions? Yeah, any questions, or does that make sense? Okay, awesome. So yeah, 10 seconds. Yeah, 10 seconds, guys. Yeah, to obviously take a screenshot, and they're obviously going to move on. Right, moving on. Okay, question number 1 again. So calculate the gradient of the graph. Okay, so I'll give you a minute, okay, to try question 1. And then if you finish early, please do, give the other questions a go. And then drop your answer in the chat, okay? Okay, so some answers, given in the chat, okay? So work out the gradient, guys, okay? It's how steep the line is, okay? So how much I go along, how much up I go. So every 1 square I go across, I go up 2, okay? So the gradient is going to be 2 divided by 1, which is 2, okay? So it's the change in y with the change in x, okay? So it's the difference in y with the difference in x, okay? Number 2, write 0.7 as a fraction. So again, looking at our base value. So 7 is in the tenths column, so it'd be 7/10 or 7/10. Okay, again, or the equivalent fraction. Okay, well done, ZX, okay, spot on. Question number 3, calculate 40% of 36. Well, one way to do it is to work out 10%. Okay, remember 10% of any quantity is divided by 10. So £36 divided by 10, I get £3.60. Okay, and to work out 40%, I times it by 4. Sorry, guys. So 360 times it by 4. Okay. Well, 3 times 4 is going to be 12. Okay, and then 0.6 times 4, that should be 2.4. So it's £12 plus £2.40, 2.4. Okay, and we get £14 and 40 pence. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Are we happy with that? So our answer would be £14.60. Sorry, £14.40. Okay. So 3 times 4 makes 12, 0.6 or 0.6 or 0.60, times it by 4, okay, double it and then double it again, that'll be 1.2, double 1.2, and I get 2.4. And then 12 plus 2.4 makes 14.4 or £14 and 40 pence. Okay, question number 4, guys. So Adam cycled 24 kilometers in 2 hours. Work out his average speed. Okay, so to work out speed, guys, is distance divided by time. So distance over time. Okay. So what is that going to be? Well, distance is equal to 24. You do 24 divided by 2. Okay, so that will give us average speed. Remember, speed is distance over time, d over t. If you're on to remember your s, d, t, okay, triangle, okay. So speed is distance over time, distance is speed times time, and time is distance over speed. Okay, 24 divided by 2 is 12. Our units will be 12 kilometers per hour. Okay. Now for these questions please watch out for the units the examiners obviously give you. Okay, if it's in meters per second, then obviously make sure your answer is in that. Okay, obviously here we're not giving the appropriate or the associated units. Okay, so they obviously will accept any answer that's equivalent or the same as 12 kilometers per hour. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Are there any questions? Does that make sense? So, sorry if I'm speaking a bit fast. Okay, ZX says yes, awesome. Okay, I dash here or I. Does that make sense, guys? Does it make sense? Let me know in the chat. Okay, yep, spot on. Okay, so watch out, guys. So in the exam, guys, please watch out for the units, okay, especially for the higher students. Okay, so make sure to obviously convert it to the units that they want. Okay, if it's meters per second, I'll obviously times it by 1,000 and then divide it by 60 squared. Okay, because there are 60 minutes in an hour and then 6 seconds in a minute. So that would obviously be that. Okay, right, let's move on. Okay, so sorry if I'm not giving you time to see screenshot, but I'll go back. Next one, calculate 1/3 of £39. Okay, this is a fraction of an amount. Okay, a fraction of a quantity. So, anyone know how to do this, guys? How long have I been live for? Nearly ZX here, nearly. Okay, just double check that. 1 hour, 10 minutes. Wow. Okay. So, divide by the bottom and then times by the top. So we do 39 divided by 3, then we times it by 1. Okay, so we divide by the denominator, then we multiply by the numerator. So 39 by 3 makes 13, and times it by 1, I get 13 pounds. Okay, So 1/3 of any amount means it's £13. Okay, sorry, Nat. So this is actually GCSE level actually in the UK, Nat. So in England, this is GCSE, 15 to 16-year-olds in the UK in England, but it's obviously appropriate for obviously anyone that is doing like the equivalency of this in the UK. But this is obviously for English or British students in the UK or in England. Okay, question number 10, guys. No worries. So convert 10 centimeters to meters. Okay, so what is my unit conversion? Okay, so drop in the chat. How do I go from centimeters to meters, guys? Okay, yep. Okay, ZX, you are correct. Okay, but am I timesing it or am I dividing it? Okay, just be careful. Okay, thank you, I dash for liking. Thank you, CS for liking. Thank you, ZX for liking. Thank you, I dash for liking again. Okay. So from centimeters to meters, we are going to actually divide it by 100, okay, not times it, okay, so be careful. So 10 divided by 100 makes it 0.1, 1/10 of a meter. Okay, so divide it by 10 makes it 1, and then divide it by 10 again, and we get 0.1. Okay, so be careful, guys. So remember, cm to m, we divide it by 100, and then from meters to centimeters, we times it by 100. Okay, so remember those conversions. Okay, no worries, ZX. Okay, no worries. Happy to help. Okay, does that make sense, Maria? So you were close, and you were actually close, ZX. You were close. Right number, but just obviously, incorrect, operation. Okay, but no worries. That is how we learn, guys. That is how we learn. Okay, question 3, guys. Show the inequality x is greater than 3 or x is bigger than 3 on a number line. Okay, so think of a number line like this. Gonna have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay, so on and so forth. We're gonna have 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, so on and so forth. So it's going to be a hollow circle, okay, going to the right. So it's any value that is bigger than 3. Okay. So this can't actually be accessed, okay, but I'll try and find a way to obviously make it public if I can. But sorry, apologies, sorry guys, Okay. Question 1 to 3 done. Okay, next one. So calculate the highest common factor of 10 and 15. Okay, so I'll give you 2 minutes here or a minute to give it a go. So work out the HCF of 10 and 15. The highest number that goes into both 10 and 15 cleanly. Okay, with your remainder, okay, yep. So I dash has got an answer. Okay, so the answer is actually equal to 5. Okay, and to work it out, just a quick factor tree. So 10 obviously decomposes into 2 and 5. 15 decomposes into 3 and 5. So what number is common in both? It's going to be the number 5. Okay, obviously, these are also obviously prime as well. It's the number or numbers that are common in both. 5 is common in both. Okay, hence the highest common factor to be 5. Okay, Question number 2, guys. Expand 2 brackets 3 minus x. So drop in the chat, guys. What is 2 brackets 3 minus x? Okay, I dash. You're very close, okay. So let's double check. Okay, so do 2 times 3 makes 6. Then 2 times minus x makes minus 2x or negative 2x. So our answer is 6 minus 2x. Okay. Hello, user. Welcome, my friend. Yeah, no worries. No worries, ZX. Yeah, that is easily done. Actually, yeah, easily done. So I dash. So yeah, so I do 2 times 3 I dash, which is 6, and 2 times minus x makes minus 2. So remember, the 2 is being multiplied by everything here inside the bracket, okay? So do 2 times 3, and then 2 times minus x, okay? Question number 3, guys. Work out how much of each ingredient Eve needs to make 48 biscuits, okay? So step 1, okay, or question 1 for you guys. How do I get from 16 okay, to 48. Oh, no worries, ZX. Yeah, no worries, ZX. Thank you for the kind comment, ZX. My friend, yeah, I'm actually glad to always help. But yeah, make sure you obviously drop us a follow, guys. Okay, so you don't miss out on my lives going forward. But yeah, we're obviously prepping, yeah, and getting ready for our paper 1 exam, which is in a couple of weeks now. Okay, spot on, yep. So you are correct, ZX. You're correct. My dash. Okay, so we're obviously going to times it by 3. So we're going to obviously times each component by 3. So first question, second question. So how many grams of butter do I need? Thank you, I dash for liking. Guys, almost 10k likes, guys. We are smashing it tonight. Almost 10k likes. Okay, spot on yet. Well done, I dash yep. So 100 times 3 makes 300. Okay, so 300 grams of butter. Okay. Next one, how many grams of pasta or Easter sugar? Okay, I need, yep. Thank you CS for liking, thank you I dash for liking, thank you ZX for liking. Thank you, my friend, thank you for all the likes, guys. Okay, yep, so I dash has got an answer. Okay, 50 times 3 is 150, so 150 grams of Easter sugar or Easter sugar. Okay, I'll just put CS here for short. Then, how many grams of flour do I need, guys? Next one. So work out, 120 times 3. Okay, yep, spot on. Okay, so 360 grams of flour. And lastly, how many grams of cocoa, guys? What you could say? 15 times 3. Okay, spot on. Yep, more than I dash. Okay, so that's going to be 45. More than ZX. Yep, more than, okay. don't forget your units, guys. Yeah, so 45g or 45 grams of coca. Okay, so, yeah, so these are your what I call your direct proportion, okay, problems. Okay, again, yeah, if they ask an organ number, yeah, like 7, then work out how many, yeah, for one part, and then times it by 7. Okay, obviously 7 years, quite like, yeah, like an organ number, so it's not really gonna be the whole number, but yeah, does that make sense, guys? Are we happy with that? Any questions? Okay, thank you for all the likes and thank you for all the follows. Guys, I want to try and get to 10k followers, guys, by the end of May, start of June, okay? So if you can help me, guys, yeah, help me out by following me, okay? It's completely free to you follow me. There's no cost to it, okay? So try and get all your family members, yeah, all your friends, okay, to follow me. And I want to try and, yeah, get to 10k as soon as possible. And I know it's quite ambitious, but yeah, I need to get 6,000, yeah, plus followers. So yeah, give us a follow, guys. Drop us a follow if you're new here, okay, and help me reach my goal, which is going to be 10k for this year, okay. Okay, awesome. Thank you, I-Dash, yeah, for sharing. Okay, next question. Okay, so find the nth term of the sequence. Okay, so I'll give you a minute. Okay, to have a go. Okay, yeah, thank you, I-Dash, for liking. Thank you, CSSE, for liking. Thank you, ZX, for sharing. Thank you for sharing the live out. Okay, thank you for the support, guys. Okay, my target, as I said, guys, is 10k followers. Okay, so please, yeah, drop us a follow if you can. Completely free. Okay, thank you for the support tonight, guys. Okay, we are almost on 10k likes. Wow. So question 1. Okay, drop it in the chat. Okay, no worries, Alex. Yeah, I'm gonna go through in a second. Okay, so find the nth term of the sequence 4, 6, 8, 10. Step 1, guys, is work out our common difference. So how much does it go up or down by? From 4 to 6, we add 2. From 6 to 8, we add 2. And from 8 to 10, we add 2. So this sequence is following the 2 times table. So the first part of our nth term is going to be 2n. Okay, because it's following, yeah, the 2 times table. Okay, so it becomes 2n. Now the next part, okay, so how do I go from the common difference to the first term? Well, from plus 2 to 4, add 2, so the final part will be 2n plus 2, which in total makes our final answer 2n plus 2. Okay, so to go from 2 to 4, we add 2. Okay, that becomes our second part of our nth term, which in total is 2n plus 2. Okay, or 2 brackets n plus 1. Okay, if you factorize it. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah, does that make sense? So with nth term, guys, yeah, you are always working out, yeah, the common difference. So how much does it go up or down by? Okay, that number goes next to n. And then the second part is, how do I go from the common difference, which is 2, to the first term, which is 4? I add 2, so the final part becomes plus 2, which obviously in total becomes 2n plus 2. Okay, question number 2, guys. Solve the equation 2x plus 15. So drop in the chat, guys. So what's x equal to? So if 2x equals 15, what is x equal to? Sorry, guys, give me 1 second. Oh no. 1 second. He didn't actually die on us. Not this one. Not this one, sorry. How am I looking? There we go. Okay, sorry guys. So, sorry about that, guys. Oh, awesome. Well done, my friend. Well done, okay. Well done, yep. Well done, young ZXY. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that tonight. I appreciate that. Yeah, no worries. Sorry, guys. Yeah, yep. So, yes, I dash you are correct. Yep. So, we actually half it. Okay, so what's the half of 15, please, in the chat? Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I think that was quite a funny app. For some reason, even though everyone's like interacting, yeah, it makes it, hello Ellie, welcome. It makes it look like I haven't actually been on this here the whole time. Even though everyone's been like dropping answers in the chat, yeah, and we're actually like using the app. But weirdly, for some reason, yeah, it makes out, yeah, I'm not using key. Well then, yep, spot on, guys, yeah. So x equals 15 divided by 2, which is equal to 7.5. It's spot on. Remember, 2x means 2 times x. Okay, so the opposite of times here is going to be to divide. So yeah, that's our answer. Hello, Team Blue. Welcome, my friend. I am going to be live, I think, tomorrow, yeah. I'm going to go, yeah, obviously similar time tomorrow, yeah, or in the morning tomorrow, yep. But I won't be going live actually on Tuesday to Friday, yeah, because obviously I'm going to, yeah, back to work, hopefully. Thank you, Team Blue, actually, for liking. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to go live actually tomorrow as well. We'll do a few more questions, guys, yeah, and then obviously we'll call it like a night, okay? So question 3. Joshua rolls an ordinary dice once. Write down the probability that he gets a 6. So in the chat, guys, okay, what's the answer? Okay, well then I dash case. Yep, so you got an answer. So the probability is going to be 1 out of 6 because 6 appears once out of a total possible number of outcomes, which is 6. Okay, numbers 1 to 6. So the answer is 1/6 or equivalent. Okay, spot on. Okay, yep. So spot on. Okay, right. Next one now. Okay. So question 1, I'm only going to complete it. I'm not actually going to sketch it. Okay. So yeah. When x is 0, guys, so question 1, complete the table of values and sketch the graph of x plus y equals 6. So first question, guys, when x is 0, what is the value of y in the equation x plus y is 6? So when x is 0, what is the value of y, please? Okay, yep, ZX got an answer. Okay, so it's actually going to be 6. When x is 0, 0 plus y equals 6, therefore y is 6. Okay, next question. When x is 1, guys, what is the value of y in the equation x plus y equals 6? Thank you, CS, for sharing. The answer is going to be 5, okay, because 1 plus 5 makes 6. X is 2, y is going to equal to 4, because 2 plus 4 makes 6. Okay, when x is minus 1 plus 7 makes 6. And then when x is minus 2, we have minus 2 plus y equals 6. So y is going to equal to 8. Okay, So I am replacing my x values to work out my corresponding y value. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Okay, so I dash here does not actually get it. Okay, so we are substituting, we are replacing, okay, x with 0. Okay, so these two numbers have to add to equal 6. So 0 plus 6 makes 6, 1 plus 5 makes 6, 2 plus 4 makes 6, negative 1 plus 7 makes 6, and negative 2 plus 8 makes 6. Okay, so we're obviously replacing, where did I get 6 from? So look here, sorry. So it says here, it says x plus y equals 6. Sorry, here. So look at my thing, okay? This bit here, okay? Can you see that? X plus y equals 6. Ah, okay. I think, yeah, the pennies actually dropped here for I dash. Oh, yeah. Cool, cool. Okay. So again, I'm not gonna actually draw it, guys, yeah, but as a rough sketch, it would look something like this, okay? Like that, okay? So that is the equation of the line x plus y equals 6, okay? So it cuts the y-axis at 6 and it cuts the x-axis at 6 as well. Okay? And if you're wondering why it's like a downward slope, is because if I rearrange it in the form y equals mx plus c, so if I subtract x, so y equals minus x plus 6. If I have a minus x, okay, that's going to be like, yeah, like a negative gradient. So that means, yeah, it's going to be like a downward slope, okay? So it's quite, yeah, gradient of minus 1, hence why it's a downward slope, okay? Question number 2, guys. Order the following from smallest to largest: 45%, 0.3, 1/3, or 2/5. Okay. So here, just to make it a bit more practice, I'm gonna convert them all into decimals. Okay. So in the chat, guys, what is 45% as a decimal? Oh, guys, come on. We've just smashed 10k likes. Wow, wow, wow. Awesome. Okay, yep, ZX Finance, yep, spot on. So divide it by 100k, so that's going to be 0.45. Okay, I dash has got an answer already. Okay, let's just double check that in a second. Okay, then we're going to have 0.3. Now, 1/3 is a decimal, it's a bit more trickier. It's actually 0.3 reoccurring, so it's 0.3333333333333. Okay, so on and so forth. 2/5 as a decimal is going to be 0.4. Okay, 2 divided by 5 is 0.4. Oh, sorry. Okay. Now, last now, so comparing our place values, we can see that it's going to be 0.3 first, because that's going to be the smallest. Then it'll be 1/3. Come on, yes, we got 10k, guys. We smashed it in 2/5 and 45%. Wow, okay, so that's the answer, guys. We smashed 10k likes here. I'm so happy. That is awesome. Okay, well done, guys. Yeah, that was your hard work. So well done, guys. Yeah, and thank you for all the likes. Okay, and we're still actually going. Yeah, thank you CS for liking. Thank you ZX for liking. Wow, wow, wow. 10.3k now on my screen. Wow, wow, wow. That is incredible. No worries, no worries. My pleasure, ZX. Yeah, thank you for the kind comments, ZX. Yeah, and thank you for your support. Let's double check. So So it should be 0.3 or 3/10. Then it should be 1/3, 2/5, and 45 hundredths. Okay, so yeah, double check that I dash. So it should be 0.3, then 1/3, then 2/5, then 45%. Okay. Right, guys, we'll do, we'll do this question and then one more page and then we'll call it a night. Okay, so question 3, write down the mode, the following numbers. Okay, following list of numbers. So the mode in maths, what does the mode mean, guys, please, in the chat? What does the mode mean? Okay, so I dash has got an answer. Okay, so let me just change colours here because obviously, so yeah, spot on, yep, so it's most, so most occurring, so that's going to be 7, because 7 appears twice. Okay, no other number yet appears more than once or more than twice, so that answer is 7, okay, spot on. So yeah, so answer to 1 is 87654 for the Y values. Question 2 is 0.3, 1/3, 2/5, and 45%. And then question 3, the answer is 7, okay. Right, last one, guys, and then, we're going to obviously call it a night. Question number 1, what is the reciprocal of 5? Okay, so what does the word reciprocal mean in maths, guys, please? What does the word reciprocal mean? Anyone know? So the word reciprocal means 1 over. Okay, so it means 1 over the number. So it's 1 over 5 or 1/5 or 0.2. Okay, so the word reciprocal means 1 over the number. If it's a fraction, then you flip it. Okay, spot on. Okay, so reciprocal means 1 over that number. Okay, so 1 over that number. Okay, question number 2. Calculate the value of x. Okay, and we are allowed to use our calculators. Okay, bottom right screen. So how do I work out what x is for question 2, please? Okay, so zx got an answer. Okay, so x is going to equal to 180 subtract or minus 136 because angles on a straight line add to equal to 180. So working from right to left. Okay, we're gonna have 0 take 6, which I can't do. Okay, so I'm gonna borrow. That becomes a 7. Now becomes a 10. So 10 take away 6 makes 4. 7 take away 3 makes 4. And 1 take away 1 is 0. Okay. So the value of x is going to be 44 degrees. Okay, because angles on a straight line add to make 180 degrees. Okay, so yep, so well done ZX. Okay, spot on ZX. Good job. Hello, K or Kick or Mapping. Welcome, my friend. Okay, question number 3, guys. Work out 1 over 2.5 cubed. You must give your answer as a decimal. Okay, so in the chat, guys, okay, what is the answer to 1 over 2.5 cubed? Okay, so use your calculators, please. So let me work it out, at the same time, so get my calculator out. So 2.5, oops, sorry. Okay, in the chat, guys, let me know what you get. So you should get, if I haven't made a mistake, you should get 0.064. Okay, so 1 divided by 2.5 cubed. Yeah, no worries, ZXK. No worries, okay. Hello, 9 p.m. tonight. Welcome, my friend. Hello, Jasmine Reviews. Welcome. No worries, okay. Right, guys, last question tonight, okay, and then, we're gonna call it a night. So, a pack of 9 toilet rolls cost £4.23. A pack of 4 toilet rolls cost £1.96. Hello, Rebecca, which packet is better value for money? Okay, so this is, called a best buy or best buys question, okay? So, 9 rolls, okay, for the first one, so 9 are equals 4.23. And then for the second one, 4R, okay, or 40R, or I'll call it 4 or 1, okay, equals 1.96. So, to work out the price of 1 for this first case will be £4.23 divided by 9, okay? So someone work it out for me in the chat. So what is 4.23 divided by 9, please? So 4.23 divided by 9. Okay, so ZX has got 0.47, so it's 47p. 1, okay, I'm going to double check that in just a second. And for this one, R1, so R1 will equal 1.96 divided by 4. Oops, sorry guys. So 1.96 divided by 4. Okay. So half it and then half it again. Okay. So will that be, 196 divided by 2 is going to be a 0.98. Divided by 2 again makes 0.49, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's just double check here. The first one. Okay. So 4.23 divided by 9. Yep, spot on. Okay, yep. And then lastly, 1.96 divided by 4 is 0.49. So the pack of 9 toilet rolls, okay, is going to be cheaper. Okay, therefore, better value of money. So so the answer will be pack of 9. Okay. So whenever it says better value of money, it's saying which one's actually cheaper, okay? Because for the first case, each toilet roll, okay, cost 47 pence, whereas for the second case or the second deal, it cost 49 pence. Okay, so it cost 2 pence more for the second case. Okay, obviously not much more, but obviously still more expensive. The second case. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Are we happy with that? Any questions? Okay, ZX says yes, it makes sense. No worries, ZX. Thank you for your support tonight, ZX. Thank you for all the likes, guys. We nearly hit 11k, guys. That is amazing. No worries, glad to help. Okay, so guys, tomorrow, I'm gonna try and be live roughly at the same time, around 8 o'clock. Maybe 7 o'clock, and I'll try and go live. Obviously, a bit longer. 2 to 3 hours. Obviously, no more than 3 hours because I'm gonna get pretty tired. But roughly I'm going to do 2 hours of just questions. But this is applicable for all exam boards, for GCSE, Higher and Foundation, for AQA, EdXL, OCR, and also WJEC, SIA, CIE, and any other international exam board. That's obviously equivalent for GCSE maths. Okay. No worries, okay? Right, guys, I shall catch you very soon, okay? Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for all the likes and all the follows, okay? And I'll see you all very soon, okay? For now, take care. I can get off this. Oh no. There we go. For now, guys, take care, okay? Thank you for joining. Yeah, thank you for being here tonight. Take care, okay? Bye ZX, yeah, bye I dash, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? For now, enjoy your evening, okay? For now.